I was watching all this stuff about Dion, Coach Prime, you know, and it's funny. We know what the real narrative is. ESPN doesn't want Coach Prime in the Big 12. So they got ESPN pushing so hard. See, they did it on the college level. Now they're doing it on the NFL level. They want him to go to Dallas. They want him to go to, they want him anywhere but in the Big 12. Anywhere but the Big 12. Why? Because it takes viewership away from the SEC. It takes viewership away from the SEC. The way Coach Prime markets and attention, all the attention of college football, excuse me, attracts right to the Big 12 and Coach Prime, and it markets the Big 12. Even though the Big 12 did pretty well this year, man, made it into the playoffs with Arizona State. But Arizona State is not like a super big brand like the Alabamas and the Ohio States. Even though, right, they should have beat Texas. We know that. We know Arizona State got cheated out of the Texas game. Arizona State did. But they want Coach Prime out of the Big 12 because if he leaves, it takes away attention from the Big 12. And right now, that's why they're pushing this him going to the Cowboys, and if Jerry Jones will offer him $100 million, he already said he ain't going nowhere unless he has both of his sons. He don't want to coach Dak Prescott. Who wants to coach Dak Prescott? Dude, he's not a winner. Dak Prescott is not a winner. What has he won? I'll wait. Nothing. Excuse me, I've been sick for a little bit, so I haven't been doing any lives and stuff like that. But I just keep seeing these videos. And hey, I want to say this too. Some of those videos, foreign like people from Vietnam, other countries are posting these videos to get views because they're trying to make money in these other countries. So when you see these ESPN videos, that's not actually ESPN unless it says actual ESPN at the bottom, right? So y'all got to pay attention to that as well. But a lot of these videos, and then I'm watching all these other videos where, you know, everybody's jumping the gun. Oh, Locked On Big 12. Locked On Big 12 does not want Coach Prime in the Big 12. They don't. None of them cats, none of the Locked On people like Coach Prime for real. They dog Coach Prime out. Right? They are totally against Coach Prime being in the Big 12. Them locked on guys. Every last one of them. Including even the Colorado guys sometimes. The way he talks. He talks against Kevin Borba. That guy. He talks against his team a lot of time. He did last season. Because them other guys on Locked On, right, were all ganging up on him. So he felt like he had to speak against his own team sometimes. Man, back your team up. If you ride for your team, ride for it, dog. That's how you do, man. You ride for your team. But now then when Colorado start winning games, and when they were predicted not to win certain games, and they won those certain games, and Then he started getting on board. It is what it is. But my main thing right here is that I'm just watching all the show and everything, and people talking about this, about Coach Prime. What he gonna do? When is he gonna go? Why y'all counting his money? Y'all sound soft, man. Counting his money, bro. That man, whatever that man want to do, he gonna do it. If he gonna go to Dallas, he gonna go to Dallas. His son said he don't mind his dad coaching. Who wouldn't want their dad coaching them if he knows what he's doing, right? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? It's just like my son. My son, he would love for me to coach him in MMA right now. But right now, he's got other coaches. My son would love for me to coach him in mixed martial arts. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? So I'm not going to disagree with Shedeur Sanders wanting his dad to coach him if he wanted him to coach him. But man, sometimes you need to be coached by other people to see other things, to have another outlook. There's nothing wrong with that. But man, Coach Prime, he's already said it. He's not going to the NFL. He's not worried about money. He's not. And when I hear these folks talking about, they need to offer him more money, man, let it ride the way it's going to ride. If he's going to stay in Colorado, he's not. Just like Jackson State. Jackson State couldn't offer him what Colorado offered him, but he wanted that opportunity and to put his son on a bigger stage. And you see what happened. Travis Hunter got the Heisman, even though he wanted his son to get the Heisman. But man, the Heisman went to Colorado. And he's got some more young men over there that going to play next year. I'm telling you. They're gonna be a beast again next year. With Salters, with Juju Lewis, and them guys battling out. I'm telling you, Caden Salters is a winner, bro. A lot of people don't know, man. They ain't really watch his videos. But Caden Salters, he won the championship of the Conference USA. They went undefeated. Now he's with a Power 5 team in the Big 12. All Coach Prime did was load up with that young man. That young man is a winner. And then the next season, he didn't have that great of a season, but he still had a winning season. He sure did. So, like I said before, Coach Prime, if he wants to leave, he's going to leave. If he's not, he's not. You guys are overdoing it and trying to get clicks and stuff like that. And that's fine. But when you're wrong, you're wrong. When you're right, you're right. It is what it is. But it's just funny watching you guys doing this show. Doing these shows, and y'all trying to be whisperers and things like that. Y'all want to be right about where he's going to go and where he's going to do this. Right now, he's at Boulder coaching up his team or trying to develop a team. He's hiring a new staff, some new staff members. So if he's hiring some new staff people, I don't think he's going anywhere. And from what Matt McChesnick said, Coach Prime ain't going nowhere. So, man, it's just funny watching this, man. It's comedy watching this stuff go on. If Coach Prime leaves, he leaves. It is what it is. It ain't like he has to coach football anymore. He doesn't really have to, but that he wants to. He wants to affect people's lives in the way he wants to. And that's the only way that's the only thing that matters. Now, Jerry Jones can throw a whole bunch of money at him. That don't mean he's gonna move. That don't mean he's gonna, and that is no guarantee that Prescott will be traded off. Who wants Dak Prescott? What team really wants him? Like, really? You think Tennessee wants Dak Prescott? Hell no. For what? So they can keep losing? They don't want that. They could just stay with Levis. Will Levis. If they want to keep losing. So, man, it's just funny watching this stuff. And I'm going to keep watching the show, man. Just sit back in the cut watching the show and everybody talking about what Coach Prime is going to do, how Coach Prime is going to do that. Man, y'all stop that shit. It's just crazy, man. Like, all these cats so worried about where Coach Prime is going. And they want to be the first to report it and things like that. You know, it's just funny, man. I'm just watching this stuff on the behind the scenes, and it's just funny watching you guys bounce from this story to that story. Oh, Coach Prime going to the Raiders. Coach Prime going to Dallas. Coach Prime going to New England. Coach Prime going to the Jets. Coach Prime going. Coach Prime. Coach Prime. Coach Prime. Coach Prime. And he's having a good time, probably laughing at y'all too. Man, it's just funny. But anyway, man, I just wanted to say that, man. I've just seen these cats just going back and forth from ESPN. And the main thing is that ESPN know that Coach Prime brings dollars to the Big 12. Just like ESPN, they knew that when he was in the SWAC, he was taking away dollars from the SEC. And that's why they wanted him away from the SWAC. That's really why they wanted him away from the SWAC. Because all them Division I players were starting to go to Jackson. And that they didn't want them looking at them Division I players looking at HBCUs. They didn't want that. Right? Now they got Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson out there now. What you gonna do about that? When them Division I players want to go play for them. Are you gonna be able to stop them and make them, force them out? Is ESPN gonna be able to force them out and make them go to FBS? Them guys gonna want to go to FBS anyway down the road. So, you know, it's funny. This is all a plot against Coach Prime by ESPN. ESPN doesn't want Coach Prime in the Big 12 because he's bringing attention to that brand, and they're not part of the they're not part of ESPN. That's what it boiled down to. The Big 12 is not part of ESPN. So they want Coach Prime with ESPN product or out. They don't want him with the Fox brand. And I think the Big 12 is connected to Fox, and I think they're signed a deal with TNT as well, I believe. Something like that. But also, man, I think the Big Ten plays on Fox. So they don't play all their games are not on ESPN. Most of their games, a lot of their games is on Fox. So the Big 12, the Mountain West, Pac-12, and I think the Big Ten, they all play on Fox. So, you know, that's an issue. And then you see how the NBC, the two teams that's in the national championship, Ohio State and Notre Dame, they don't really play on ESPN. I think they play out. Both of those teams play on Fox and NBC. I think Notre Dame does in their games. Don't quote me on it, but I'm thinking that's what they do. But anyway, man, it's just funny, man, watching this stuff go down. But y'all, to the next time, deuces. How I start this? Stop this. How I stop the live? I don't know how to stop the live. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to stop this live. This is crazy. I don't know how to stop the live. Oh, there we go. All right, y'all. Once again, y'all have a blessed day. Deuces.